Hi everybody, where you been? I know you've been waiting for the next video. Well, here it is. In today's video, you're going to see these knitting needles, these wooden knitting needles that I got, and I got them real cheap, and they came with a carry case. You're also going to see this adorable Sylvester and Tweety salt and pepper shaker, plus a whole bunch more items that I got during the day, including at the end of this video, there's a bonus section where I update all the items that I bought in previous videos. So you don't want to miss that. So just sit there and enjoy because we're about to begin. Okay guys, if you're ready for today's amazing video, then just sit back and enjoy. Oh, but first, here's today's trivia question. When was the first U.S. postal zip code used?
This is Mr. Zip. He revolutionized the mail delivery system of the United States with his zip code.
I'll give you that answer later on in the video. But for now, let's get started. The first aisle you run into at this store is their toy aisle. The first thing I saw was this Disney Pixar cars. It was $3.99. They were only going for $10, so I just put that back. Then I saw Silly Putty. Boy, I remember playing with that when I was young. And even at 99 cents, I couldn't make any money, so I had to pass on it. This truck was just a cheap toy. I left that. Then I saw this Mario, this Smash Brothers Mario. It was going for $4.99. I looked it up. They were selling for $20 online, so I put it in the cart. Quick update on the Super Smash Mario figure. I listed it for $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping. Right away, I got an offer for $14.95. So I thought about it and I said, I had just listed it that night. I could probably make a quick profit and I'd free up my money. So I accepted the offer, took the money, and moved on. I continued down the toy aisle. I saw this Disney Princess beanbag toss game. It was cheap, plus there were no beanbags, so I moved on. Then I saw this Barbie doll. It was Snow White Barbie. I've been having pretty good luck with Barbie dolls. This one was $8.99, but I looked them up. They were only going for $15, so I wasn't going to get lucky with this one. Next to it was this, I'd never seen them before. It was Baby Born Mini World. They were $2.99. I didn't know what they were. I never heard of the brand before, but I looked them up. They were going for $25, so I put it in the cart. I went on over to their mug aisle, where I saw this Buffalo Bill Cody mug. It was $3.99. There was no brand name on it, and it had a couple chips, so I passed on it. But later when I looked it up, I realized it was worth between $15 and $20, so I probably should have gotten it. Oh well. But next I saw this Leaning Tower of Pisa mug for 99 cents, and since I didn't get the expensive Buffalo Bill mug, I figured I'd get this piece of junk. First thing I saw on this aisle were these two angels sitting on this pedestal. It said Silent Night on the bottom. It turned out it was a music box. I just passed on that. The next thing I saw was this clock. It was cheap, so I passed on that also. Then I saw this bronze of the Thinker. I read the label on the bottom. It said it was from the Rodin Museum in Philadelphia. It was only $3.99, so I put it in the cart. This aisle seemed to have some nice stuff on it. The first thing I saw was this piece of chalkware. Well, I thought it was chalkware. When I picked it up, it was just a cheap ceramic for $1.99. And trust me, that was a perfect price for it. Next to it, I saw this Westclock alarm clock. Now notice that this clock has the metal mechanism, not the plastic mechanisms that I warn you guys about all the time. So it meant that this clock had some age. So in the cart it went. Well, I was done with this store when thankfully I noticed there was a crack in the Leaning Tower of Pisa mug. So now I had a really good excuse to put this thing back and forget about it. So off to the cashier I went, knowing that I had done a job well done. So I'll see you guys in the car. Well, we're off to the next store today. And it's nice to see that all you guys are here. Wait, where's Dee? Oh, I know where Dee is. Dee's at home, probably making another video, because she also has a thrifting channel. It's called The Thrill of the Thrift. It's a very interesting channel. I go there every time she makes a new video. And I'm going to put a link down below so you guys can go there too. So after you're done with this video, make sure you visit her. Oh, and tell her who sent you. Okay, off to the next store. Well, this is one of my favorite Goodwills. And by the way, that's the Goodwill van to my right there. I was anxious to get inside and get a cart because I was dying to start treasure hunting. So inside I went. When I got to this first row, I saw this vase. It said hand painted, made in Hawaii. I liked it, but I ended up not getting it. Then I saw this cat plate by Ray Dunn. 99 cents was pretty cheap, but I ended up passing on that too. Then I saw this M&M candy bowl. It was $3.99. It had a motorcycle theme, which is really hot right now, so I thought I'd take a chance with it. I got to this aisle. It wasn't much exciting me. First thing I saw were these dolls. They were just cheap knockoff Barbie dolls. They were $1.99. Nothing exciting at all. Then I saw this Love Is You figure, lovey-dovey, for $2.99. I looked them up. They were going for $20, so I kept it. I got to this aisle, and right away I knew there wasn't much on this aisle that I would like. These candle holders were $2.99. I thought they were cheap, so I put them back. I continued down the aisle, but I didn't have much hope for it. I saw this bathroom gift set. It was $2.99, but I passed on that too, and I left for another aisle. I was just looking for another place to find some treasures when I came across their new bins. They had obviously been well looked through, so I wasn't expecting to find anything. But then I saw these sticks. I asked the lady what they were, and she told me they were knitting needles. So I looked them up, and they were going for $25. And since the price tag only said $4.99, in the cart they went, and off I went. Well, I'm going to take everything I found and head up to the cashier. So while I'm online paying, you guys head to the next store, and I'll meet you there. Hey, how did I beat you guys here? I know, you guys went to lunch without me again, didn't you? Well, I'm just going to go inside and start thrifting. I'm not going to say another word. When I got to this store, one of the girls that worked there told me that they had just put out a couple of Star Wars toys. So I definitely wanted to start my search on the toy aisle. First thing I saw was this Safety First. It's a thermometer for the tub to see if the water's too hot for the kids. I passed on that. Then I saw this safety latch. It was $1.99. They only go for like $6 or $7, so I passed on it. Then I saw my first Star Wars toy. It was an A-Wing fighter. It was from Return of the Jedi. It was a little bit old. It was $12.99. It was going for over $40 on eBay, so I kept it. I continued my search down the toy aisle because that last Star Wars was pretty good. I was going to do pretty well with it. I saw this Star Wars. It was a toy, but the cardboard backing was obviously missing. But for 99 cents, I was going to take a chance with it. It said Clone Trooper. I'd look it up later. I went back to the aisle, and I saw this toy. It was a Star Wars. It was Jabba the Hutt. It was only $5.99. I looked this one up. It was going for over $80. It's called Jabba's Palace. So this was definitely going home with me today. I walked over to this aisle and I saw this teapot. But when I lifted it up, it was well worn, so it showed a lot of wear. So I just put it back. The rest of this aisle just had odds and ends, pieces you couldn't put together to make anything, so I just had to pass on them. Then I saw this little angel figure. It said Journey of Grace, but it was made by Demdaco, which is the only reason I looked it up. It was $4.99, but on eBay they were going for $25, so I kept it. The first thing I saw on this aisle was this fruit bowl. It was $4.99, but all it did was remind me that I was the only one who hadn't eaten lunch. Right, guys? Well, I continued down the aisle, hungry, and then I saw this little trinket box. It was $1.99, but it was cheap. I put it back. Then I saw this adorable cat. It was $3.99. I didn't care. It didn't have a brand name. I wanted it for myself, so I put it in the cart. Well, it was time to call it a day, so I was heading up to the cashier, and then I was going to go to the car and give you guys the answer to the trivia question, and then go to lunch by myself. Well, everybody, that's about it for today, but I do want to give you the answer to the trivia question. The first postal zip code was used in 1963. It didn't become mandatory to use until 1967, but it still gives you a time frame to work with. And you will be using it from time to time, I guarantee that. Okay, well that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button, tell a friend, and most of all, stay safe out there. See you next time. In the bonus video, I'm going to give you updates on items that I bought in previous videos. But first, I'm going to show you little excerpts of where I bought them and when I bought them. And then I'm going to break back in and give you an update on what they sold for. It should be a lot of fun, so let's get started. This next aisle had a mixture of stuff. It was a few interesting items. I saw this truck. It was $3.99, but after looking at it, I decided to pass on it. Then I saw this vintage magnifying glass. It had a lot of age to it. It was made of brass. It was $7.99, but this was a moneymaker. I should get $40 for this easy, so I took it. I had bought a few of those magnifying glasses in the past, so I knew they were going to sell. They're not always exactly like that, but as long as they're vintage and made of brass, you'll usually get pretty good money for them. And even in the video, I said that I was going to get $40 for it, and I ended up getting $39.90. Can't get much closer than that. And I got $9.95 shipping. So it shows you what a little bit of experience can do. You learn what to sell and what not to. Okay, on to the next item. I finally made it over to the toy aisle. The first thing I saw was this Barbie doll. I picked it up. They wanted $8.98 for it, but I looked it up and they were going for like $40, $50. So I took this. I went back to the aisle because I knew there was another doll there, and I picked this one up. It was $7.98. It was Posh Pets, and that was going for like $30, $35, so I kept that too. What that little segment doesn't show you is that I actually bought $3 that day. I had listed them all that night, and 2 sold by the next morning. The only one I had left was the Posh Pets, which I'm going to tell you about now. That took about a week to sell, and I ended up selling that for $39.95 plus $9.95 shipping. So when you combine all the $3 together, I made over $100 on them. It was a great little purchase. Okay, now on to the next item. I decided to start my search on this aisle. The first thing I saw was this Ninja Turtle bank, but it was missing that rubber piece that goes in the bottom, so I passed on it. Next I saw this karaoke machine. It's for kids. It's shaped, it has a cat head. This one was $2.99. I've sold them a couple of times before and I get $20 for them, so I took this. The reason I chose the cat piano / karaoke machine is because this is the 3rd one I've sold in 6 weeks. They're usually pretty good sellers, not super fast, but they're pretty good. This particular one sold for $15.90 plus $10.95 shipping. And they usually go between $15 and $20, so it was right in the correct price range. So if you're out and you see them, pick them up and make yourself some money. Now on to the last item. I came over to this aisle, but I wasn't seeing all that much. I was going to leave it because it was just their cheap stuff. And then I saw this group of ties. They're those bolo ties, those western ties. There was a whole handful of them. They were only $2.98, so I knew that was a good buy. And I figured since they were made of metal, maybe I could scratch this bowl too. This is a good example when Goodwill, they wrap up things, they put a cheap price on it, and they just want to get rid of it. Well, when I got these bolo ties home, I opened them up. There were 9 of them. I sold them all individually, and I ended up making over a $90 profit on a $2.98 investment. So it turned out it was a really, really good buy. So when you guys see that this stuff that Goodwill just likes to wrap and dump, give them a second look. You might be surprised how much you make off them. Okay, well, that's all for now. We'll do this again real soon. So I'll see you. Bye.